do something what I promised in my first letter to the organizers. So, it has 3-point detection, reporting, and intervention. That's me. You can call me CINEA because it is more familiar, more simple for foreigners to pronounce my official name, which is Premysl. So, detection. You know, something was said yesterday.
On the night of November the 1st, 1986, a huge fire destroyed a chemicals warehouse belonging to the Sandoz company, now Novartis, in the Schweizer Halle in Basel. At 4 o'clock, the sirens went off, and an announcement came over the loudspeakers that people should keep their windows closed. 1,300 tons of poisonous chemicals went up in flames. The chemical store had neither smoke detectors nor sprinklers. And since there was no retention basin, the water used to put out the fire and chemicals flooded into the Rhine. At that time, no one knew this would have a major impact on the environment.
Container standing on the shore for collecting dead fish. Only then did I realise how bad the accident actually was. It was these highly toxic pesticides that killed the fish.
The Rhine was contaminated over a 500-kilometre stretch. Only after closer examination of the ground and water did the specialists discover that the chemicals mainly consisted of poisonous quicksilver compounds from common pesticides. The anger of the Basel population towards the authorities and the Sandoz management was enormous. Following the catastrophe, a risk map has been worked out. Today, the storage sites feature retention basins as well as fire protection installations. But the transportation of an annual 12 million tons of dangerous chemicals in the
Okay, this Sandoz accident because it was 1986 and still the situation is repeating in every place in Europe even. And you know, the very worst I think is a rapid detection of water quality deterioration, and that could threaten ecosystem and in fundamental importance is for warning systems, for warning areas and for early warning, etc., etc. Because these accidents happened rapidly, we were not able to detect this deterioration without continuous monitoring. That is the only way how to get the information. So, there are different machines and different devices for monitoring the quality, biological quality of water. You need some organism which is in contact with the water from a recipient, and you take the change of behavior, the change of numbers of organisms if they are dying, and some computer software can evaluate where is overcrossing the limits. Till this time, there is no such system operating in the whole territory of international Odra river basin. It was really, or it is really bad situation, therefore we would like to improve this status. And we started some, let's say, study monitoring, and it lasted from 2004 to 2014, that means 10 years. And we had 2 monitoring stations, both in the rivers very close to Poland, one in Odra River, so we have been monitoring our export of toxicants to Poland. And in the Odra River, they have been checking what is coming to us from Poland. And RISA, we use the Daftor's devices. It is a German product. DBA is producing these machines. And we use Daphnia because Daphnia is relatively a very sensitive organism and sensitive to wide range of pollutants. And Daphnia reacts to any change of biological quality. It looks like that way, that first you have inverted camera image, then you have so very graphic expression of Daphnia movement, and the Daphnia movement is, let's say, evaluated by software, and different parameters are used to calculate this toxic index. You have different limits for, let's say, alarm situation, and if these limits are crossed, the alarm starts to be. In the course of monitoring of Odra River basin, we detected several significant deterioration of water quality. Some, let's say, official accidents in the river. You could see how it was during the accidental spill of benzene from the company, chemical company on the territory of Oslo city. And second is the fire in former chemical works also in the territory of Oslo. And what is interesting, there is a typical way because the red line alarm started, and you see tox index is 11, then the alarm starts. Here there is a fire. It looks this way. It looked inside the building, so you can imagine how much dirty things went to the waters according to use of fire interventions. And the water from the fire action went to the river. But what is interesting is that you see, maybe not only I can see that in this toxic situation, in a river, lasted for 3 days. And it was connected with this weather situation because after the fire, 3 days there were heavy rain in this territory, and all the dirty things were washed by the rainwater to the river. So it looked that it is nicely working. And third example is that. That we need some information because the organism is reacting to general conditions, but you don't know the source or the reason of this accident situation. So you need to get as far as soon as possible some sample for future analysis to detect the reason of it, and it is only possible that you will, in the same time when the alarm starts, will collect the water. So my clever colleagues developed some interconnection between machine and automatic sampling machine, and when the alarm started, it starts to collect the samples for future analysis, and it is just in the alarm situation after 1 hour and after 2 hours you can get also the curve, how it looks, and from the curve you can guess from which, from how far point source or any source the pollution went to the sampling profile. And here it is another pollution accident. It is from the Czech. And here you can see the the nice example of, let's say, alarm forensic analysis. We did relatively wide analysis for a lot of possible pollutants which could be in the river in this area, and we find that the conductivity chloride, sulfate, and also copper were over the limit. And we have been searching for the source, and we have found that the copper came from the tablets of catalysts which are used again in this chemical works, this Borsuk scheme. And this was the main cause of all this problem. So typical accidents, but we also have detected during this long period of, let's say, study monitoring, that we detected relatively frequently, in different times and different days and different some alarm situation without known reason. And if you will see on the examples the day of the week and the hour of the day, you see that during the weekend days it was always for all, you can get it in every part of the day. But during the working days, it was only from 6 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock a.m. next day. So, do you guess what it could be? Not? Yeah, I think yes. Because the works which are situated in the let's say monitored area wasn't informed about this monitoring, and they were used that the checking of quality is not very frequent, and it is not very great risk that they will get them during working days from 6 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock in the morning, because afterwards they start to operate these inspectors, etc., etc. And during weekends, everyone have the free is free of work, so we can do it. So you see that it would be very nice to check the quality continually. So, blah blah blah, a lot of. So final result. Again, currently continuous monitoring of emerging pollution is not being carried on any locality of international river basin, not on only the territory of Czechia or Poland or Germany. So, and the water in Odra river basin nowadays is not controlled. I think it is a pity, but we had another accident in one small river, but very popular river. Unfortunately, it is not the river connected with Odra river basin, but with the Danube river basin. A lot of fish died, and it looks like same like in the Santos accident, but in smaller case. And also it was the same in the Odra river basin in 2022. You see that about more than 40 tons of fish were killed, but it was really small stream or small river, and it made the inhabitants angry, and they start to protest and start to make happenings. That is the face of former Ministry of Environment, because he had some connection with our Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, and this former Prime Minister had a company, the factory in this territory, the chemical factory. So there are some dirty things, and that is, you see, it was in 2020, and nowadays, even nowadays, the reason is not known, because mistakes which were made during this detection of this accident, and sometimes it looks that the mistakes were not by nature, but maybe some mistakes were intended to do. So, but there was a great public movement, and it helped us to build again a new monitoring station on the river bank of this river. How it looks, it is this one, and you see, because it was very popular and very helpful, was that also media take care about it, TV. Radio, newspapers, internet, etc., etc. So they were afraid to stop this monitoring. So nowadays we are monitoring, and what was the good thing, that if the polluters in the river basin upstream were aware of this monitoring station, they start to be also very effective in protection of river pollution, and they during the monitoring we didn't find any problematic situation. It lasted more than 1 year, and the quality is even so good that when we left the living organisms in the cell, they start to reproduce, and it is good quality indicated. And also the results of the monitoring are also publicly accessible on the website, so everyone can check what is the actual quality of water. Firstly, what is very good is that I will try to, is that you can check the quality everywhere, so you can, because you do internet connection, and you can see what is actual situation from everywhere. So now I am connected to this monitoring station, which is about 700 kilometers from this place, and you can see how it looks. So I can circulate my mobile, and you can see how it looks in movement. So it is one very handful tool for let's say detection, rapid detection of river quality everywhere where you implement this monitoring. The second thing is reporting, and it is connected with this international river basin, and it is the main thing is to report as soon as possible about the emergency situation. And now I am to the main, which should be the main topic of my speech. It is the international warning plan for Odra river basin. Every one of you get the information where you can reach to this plan on the website of International River Commission, Odra River Commission. Here is also my colleague from my working group, and you can discuss also with him what is in it. And this document is mainly to determine the rules, how to move or how to inform the surrounding stations, even across the border. And is the main aim is main aims are warning and information of population, averting danger, determination of causes and sources, and mitigation of accidents. Here you can find this, you can read it in different chapters, and you can also see the connection between these centers, which are responsible to send the information about let's say, problem or accident in different parts of the Odra River basin, starting from GPI and in Poland and going through also through German territory. Another thing is intervention. If the intervention should be effective, for this reason you need to get some information to be educated in this field and to be trained in this field. And all this could be reached only by serious approach to this problem. Me with Pavel has produced something like methodology which approach and what approach should be used when the accident is in the rivers. And this was published and then afterwards certificated by Czech Ministry of Environment in 2014, and it was put to the shelf in the table, and dust was falling on it, and when there was the great for us accident on this river with this accident dying more than 440 tons of fish, they started to search for this document, and yeah, they would like to be better, the Ministry of Environment. They asked us to prepare a new document because they said this is too old, we need to actualize it. So we started hard work with Pavel on a new document, on a new methodology. But the problem was that we would like to do it properly and in good way. So in details to get them information, not only to do when you went to the river, but also which are the good, let's say, field analysis, how it could be organized, how to make a good and effective online monitoring, continuous monitoring, etc. But the ministry was not satisfied with our work because they wanted to make it simple and cheap. And finally, they forced. Sorry?
And don't go upstream to recognize where is the resource.
Yeah, it was the last drop, and we finished all this work. We decided we prepared, or we changed this according to your needs, but we will not. Sorry. We will not, okay, maybe, but we will not sign this document. So that is, I think, everywhere. But okay, no, okay, you could move it. Everyone has seen it. Okay. So I told you that the acting bodies during the accident should be well informed and educated. So we thought about to produce some information tool for them to get this information in your mobile phone, your cell phone. So we produce the information system which is called Navara. So and the creation of my name is very simple, but it gets from the Czech. 5 minutes is, I suppose, enough. Then I will start to give you information about Myanmar accident. So it looks like that you have a cross-linked data information, and you can find here, for instance, you select the part of the river where the accident was detected, and it shows you the works and enterprises which are situated under this monitored profile. And it gives you the information about the possible pollutants which are classified according to their toxicity, and there you have the toxicity to different parts of ecosystem, to producers, to fish, to even somewhere to restaurants, that means to bacteria, etc. So it is good information, because when you get some problems and you can do some simple analysis in the field, also the information in the system which analyses are useful to use in the field, you can find what is the possible source, and you can go upstream and you can collect the water, and you can check all the waterway from the source to the place of accident, and it helps you to find the source of the accident. Another part is a part of let's say mathematical modeling. If you have the information that somewhere is accident, it is that the river is flowing this direction, you can, according to the time schedule, you can guess how far the pollution will be in 1 hour plus, or 30 minutes plus, or 2 hours plus. So you can guess where the pollution will flow during the accident, and here, these points, there are the alarm points or alarm profiles where the fire brigades and the people collecting the samples of water have a good access to the river to do anything against this accident. So it is, one part is calculation. You can see the time and what will be how far it will be, and you are connected to the map, and you can find this. And there is also another part of the calculation from the curve. I have told you about that. We are collecting the samples from in the start of accident, after 1 hour, 2 hours. You can guess the shape of the curve, and from the shape of the curve and from the height of the curve, you can guess how far was the point of the source of pollution. So it also could help you to find the source of problems. Okay. So finally, advice to increase the effectiveness of all these activities. The time is the main problem, because time is, we have, every time we have to fight the time, because you can imagine that the pollution is flowing in the river, and you should be very rapid, because during this, not only dilution of the pollution, but also another sources can change the composition of the accidental pollutants which are in the river. So, sorry. So, be informed as soon as possible. That is the tool is this continuous monitoring, but also the information from public and etc. etc. It is not. You also have to inform others as soon as possible. Normal situation, I don't think that it is only the case of Czechia, maybe Poland, that they would like to be relatively quiet. Maybe it will solve the problem will solve automatically. And why do the problems? Why to create the problems with information? Then you have to find the sources. You have to add other things. There are some bureaucracy. It's better to maybe during the 6 from PM to 6 AM. Now no one will get this information. So when the information is this, you have to start a very rapid intervention, because again time is going against us, and it should be in this intervention. You should be done some related measure based on possible information about this district, because without information you are only checking in dark for the reason, and for this reason you should be well informed, well trained, and let's say educated. It is not possible without this, and this training is also missing in Czechia. I suppose in other countries it is not so. It is not also on so high level. So look, this station is here, and we are here. So you have seen this information on my mobile phone. Okay.